So, spinning from my last video, I told you guys that I was going to be, making this video about coming to Canada as a visitor in series. And last week, I talked about a general overview about how to apply for a visitor's visa and, partially the document that you would be needing to submit your application. So, in today's video, we would just be talking about how to write an invitation letter for someone to come to Canada. And if you are a person that is coming to Canada to visit your friend, your family, and you can use these templates that I would be showing sooner in this video to be able to write a letter of invitation for someone. So if this is something you've been looking for, you don't know how to write an invitation letter, or you need somebody that wants to write an invitation letter and doesn't know what should contain, then this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Suleeha here again, and I'm here with a brand new video. If you don't know me, as usual, I like to introduce myself because I don't know who is stumbling on my channel for the first time. If you don't know me, my name is Suleeha and I am a Nigerian YouTuber residing in Ontario, Canada. My content spins from lifestyle vlogs and of course the one that a lot of people like me to talk about, which is immigration to Canada. If my content interests you, please feel free to check out my other videos, and then hit the subscribe button to join the growing family. Thank you. So what is a letter of invitation, and is it necessary? Is it important? Is it a very, very important document to submit when you're submitting your visitor's visa application? So a letter of invitation is not always compulsory for everyone, especially people that are coming here as a tourist or as on a business event or as a conference. Each and every single one has different type of document that you need to submit. A letter of invitation is usually written by someone that is in Canada as a friend or a family that is looking for you to come to Canada, that is inviting you to come to Canada. And this person, of course, would write a letter stating some various things and also introducing you and introducing yourself. A letter of invitation has a particular method. IRCC has stated that this is how we want a letter of invitation to look like. This is this is the format you should. These are the information and the content that we want you to input in an invitation letter. Like I said earlier, an invitation letter, you could write an invitation letter for your father, for your mother, for your friend, for your cousins. You could even write an invitation letter for your convocation or your graduation in college or in uni, to any of your persons coming to Canada, inviting them to Canada to come for a particular occasion. You could even invite anyone for a wedding or a birthday, as long as you're writing the invitation letter in your own person then. And as long as it is to in IRCC's format, you should not have a problem. It is very important that I also state that there is no hard and fast rule as to how to write an invitation letter. And it is very important to say that some people say that, oh, should I notarize my invitation letter? Should I leave it that way? On IRCC's website, as you see, as I show you, it says that you could notarize, and if the officer asks you to notarize, you could do that. But it is not mandatory. It is not a very compulsory option. You could just write a letter and stamp it. That suffices. And if you feel like you are the type that you like to make things very formal, you can decide to go to a notary public and pay for a fee to notarize your letter. But in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. So it is also very important that I state that a letter of just because you've written a letter of invitation to someone to come to Canada doesn't really guarantee that they are going to get the visa. So just don't think that, oh, if I get an invite from someone inviting me to Canada, that automatically means that I get a visa. No. And that's number one. Number two thing is that it doesn't even mean that the person that is inviting you would be responsible for you in Canada. So that's another thing. You could have somebody inviting you to Canada to come and visit Canada, but they are just saying that, oh, we know you, we would like you to come to Canada for a certain thing, but but it is solely on you. We are not responsible for your accommodation or your feeding or any form of well-being as it relates to you when you come to Canada. So you have to go ahead, from like I said from my last video, you have to show sufficient financial stability. You have to show that you're self-sponsoring yourself, regardless of the fact that you have somebody in Canada. So it doesn't mean that just because they've written an invitation letter for you, it automatically gets you the visa. No, you still need to show proof, and you still need to show further information that you are capable, of coming to Canada and then being able to pay for your trip. I'm going to show you what it says on the IRCC website, and I'm going to just give you a visual video of what your letter of invitation should ordinarily contain. And it is always advisable to follow that format. Like I said, there's no hard and fast rule. Just follow the format, follow the information that are there, then just make sure that those information are imputed in the letter that you're writing for someone to come to Canada. So here's the video. So guys, this is what the page looks like. You could see that it says letter of invitation. You could also see that it doesn't guarantee you that will issue you a visa. And also it further says that doesn't mean that the person will be responsible for you, just as I stated. And these are the informations of the person you're inviting, their name, date of birth, and all of that. And you would also need to include this information about yourself. Your complete name, your address in Canada, your status, etc. And if you're also sponsoring your grandparents, information are there. And you see notary public, you don't have to. And there you have it. You could see that all of those information that are required from IRCC is stipulated there. And you see that they also talked about the notarization thing. And an agent could ask you, or a visa officer could ask you to notarize your document, and which you wouldn't have a choice than to look for a notary public to notarize your document. But like I said, in my opinion, I've written so many invitation letters, and I have not had the cost to notarize it, and it's been fine. So like I said, it's just all about putting the right content in and making sure that you are signing the document. So you could do it in the form of affidavits, and you could also do it in form of a letter. So there's no hard and fast rule to it, really. And I'm going to show you a very, very quick sample of the letter that I've written before. I've added a comment by the side, and the comment will guide you as to what is expected of you in terms of content and what you should put in your letter. You do not have to follow this format stricto sensu. You can decide to, flex with it. Let it suit your circumstances, basically. So just make sure that you're putting in all the content, but make sure that it is in your own way. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anybody's way. Just make sure that the content are there. So here's the video of the sample. So as you can see, I have the address at the top. I have the comment here stating your own full details. I have where the letter has been addressed to, and I also have the name of the person you intend to invite goes just shortly there. I also have, just a brief information talking about yourself, your status in Canada, your occupation. I also have the information of the person you're inviting to come to Canada, their full details. And the next paragraph will cover their main purpose of coming to Canada, which is, what they want to come and do in Canada, and when and where they would be staying when they come to Canada. If you're not going to be, if they're not going to be staying with you, they need to show proof of where they would be staying. Either it's an Airbnb or an hotel. And finally, you need to sign an undertaking, basically to say that, you're gonna stand for such a person, and you would make sure that the person goes back to Nigeria. So that's all about this. It's very easy and short. So here you have it. That concludes today's video. You could see that invitation letter is very simple. Just make it a one-pager. Nobody has time to read anything so long, because of course you will still be adding some other document for the visa officer to check out. So just make sure that it's very, very brief, it is very, very clear, and it is very, very concise, and then you are good to go. Is it a major document? it depends on the circumstances that you're coming to Canada as. If you're coming to Canada as a visitor, or your family is inviting you, your child is graduating, of course, yes, you would need a letter of invitation, and it is a very, very important document in the process of your application. So yeah, that ends today's video. I hope you've been able to pick a thing or two, and I will see you guys back in my next video. Bye.